Hello beautiful people, welcome back to another YouTube video with me. I'm happy to see you guys here once again, and I hope you all doing well. Everything is going great in our lives. Not only you, but me too. You know, I exist, I'm here. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about 6 reasons why you should not listen to people. And when I tell you not to listen to people, I don't mean like when, for example, you're walking in your house and someone asks for the TV remote, say no. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like not to listen to their opinion or advice. Don't ask for it. And even if they drop it off randomly and you didn't ask for it, it should not affect you. It should not affect you at all. It should not have this slightest change in your life. Nothing. Because, oh my God, let me start with the reasons and then you know why. Reason number 1, you shouldn't listen. A lot of the time, the respect you have for someone or the way you count on them, the way you see them, is because of the lack of knowledge about their situation. It's about like not knowing them well enough. And this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. A lot of people that I know used to tell me, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I looked up to them, you know, back then. And then like, after that, I found out about like their deepest, darkest secrets. And I was like, you're such a monster. Or I was like, oh, you messed up yourself. Or I was like, oh, this person is not how I used to think he is. For example, we have someone in our family that got divorced himself, but he is giving advice to people about like how to live. And he always say like, I've been living for 25 years, happy with my wife. He doesn't even have a wife anymore. And like, he's abusive. So I'm like, and you're giving a girl advice about how to stay and not leave. You know, like a lot of the time, you ask for opinion because you imagine people. The version of them that you're asking for help from is fake. It's not even real. It's crazy how people hide a part of them or lie or like manipulate you to think like they're living amazing, and it's not the truth. So a lot of the time you shouldn't listen to people because you listening to them comes from you not knowing them well enough. And that is not good. That is not good at all. Okay, another reason number 2, you should not listen to people is that a lot of the time, people that you think are on your side are not really on your side. For example, I had this girl who was really close to me and I was like, why would she hang out with me if she doesn't like me? And she like treats me like she likes me. But after a while, my other friend told me, don't you hear the sarcasm in this girl's voice? And I was like, sarcasm? What sarcasm? And then she told me like, no, you know, she's making fun of you. This other girl that you think is your friend is making fun of you. And I was like, no, she's not. And she was like, yes, she is. And I was like, how come? And then like, she was like, listen to her. She's telling you this. Let me translate her words. She's telling you like, how are you so confident? You have a YouTube channel and you don't even wear makeup? I can't believe you do that. And I used to think like this is a compliment, and I used to give her tips about like how to have confidence. But then my friend told me, no, stupid, she's making fun of you. She's telling you like, you're so ugly. If I was you, I could never be like that. And I told her like, no, this is not what she means. Don't view it in a negative way. Don't like translate it in a negative way. She's not trying to be like that. But then after a while, I saw this girl and she was like making fun of me in front of some other strangers. And I was like, whoa, okay. So, you know, sometimes you can't even tell if someone is being sarcastic to you or someone is not really your friend. And the reason she was keeping me close to herself was that, for example, when we went to a gym together, she was overweight and she was insecure. And I was the member of that gym for like over 2 years. And she wanted to, you know, act like she's my friend so she can get friends with people in the gym faster. you know, she wanted to like kind of be friends with my friends. She was like using me. So a lot of the time, you don't know the intention of someone who's sticking around you. And that's why a lot of the time we start with like, you know, nagging about our life, or like being like, no, 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 no. We want to feel more relief. We want to feel like someone understands us. We start talking about our life and what's going on. And then these people who are close to us are the ones we choose to do that. For example, I could choose that girl, which I didn't. But then I could, if I had like only a few friends, maybe this one, the fake one, would be my main friend, and I would ask the advice. This could happen. So, you know, a lot of the time, this person is close to you and you start nagging, and then they give you advice, and then you think like, oh, this person feels bad for me, and think like this is gonna work, let's give it a try. Meanwhile, they wish you bad things. Meanwhile, this person is not even your friend. Not only they're happy about your situation, your bad situation that you're stuck in, but they're also going to give you advice that does not benefit you at all. That's not good. Okay, reason number three. The reason you should not listen to people or ask for their advice is, like, this is a scientific fact. A lot of the time we think like when someone who's successful is giving us advice, we be like, they're giving us advice based on what they did to become successful. But automatically, they don't mean to hurt you, but automatically, this is how human brain works. They are thinking about all the things they should have done to become more successful. Like a lot of the time, you can even see this in your parents. They tell you, do this. If I was younger, I would choose this. I should have done this. Like I could become way more successful. They always think about the things they've lost in their life constantly. All people do this. And like, they be like, oh, I should have done this. Because we learn lessons, we experience things. So that's what happens. When we humans, we try to give someone advice, we don't really think about, hold on, what I did to achieve this much. We mostly think about what we could have done to be more successful, what we should have done. So like, they're talking about things they didn't even do themselves a lot of the time. And they be like, this is gonna benefit you. Meanwhile, you might be younger, living in another generation, another situation of the country. You might be the one who's like having other passions. You might be the one who have like different personality, IQ, appearance, experiences than them, you know? That's it. Reason number 4, do people who give you advice really know you enough? Because it's the opposite of reason number 1, which I told you don't know the person and the person is giving you advice. And then reason number 4 is the opposite. Do the person who's giving you advice really know you? Because it does matter. Like, you might be someone who's shy, or not even shy, but just because a lot of people, like, you know, idea bomb you with like their thoughts and opinions about what you're doing or what your goal is. You don't want to tell them what your goal is. You know what I'm trying to say? Or what's going on in your life? Because a lot of the time, there's even a saying for this. They say like, don't tell people what you want to become until you become that. Don't say it with words, let them watch. A lot of people believe in these words, and they live like that. They don't tell people their goals or like what they're currently busy with, what they're doing, what they're trying for, or what their true mindset is. So a lot of the time, for many reasons, and I don't judge you, but you might not let someone know you that much, and you might even agree with them on things you actually disagree, but you don't even have the time and energy to talk to them. So now you're gonna have a lot of friends that are different with you, like their mindset, their goal, their past, everything is different, and they don't even know you enough. And when they give you advice, doesn't matter if you ask or they randomly just give it to you, they don't really know about your situation or your goal or how much time you have to do this, not to do this. And that's not cool. That's not cool. They're not gonna tell you a useful advice. You know what I'm trying to say? So, reason number 5 why you should not listen to people and what they have to say is that we experience life differently. Now, what do I mean? A lot of the time you're asking, for example, tips from your sister about like how to make your friendship or relationship with your mother better. So now you're thinking like, me and my sister, who's 4 years older than me, we are like, both daughters of this woman. So this girl who actually has a good friendship relationship with our mom and is my sister can give me useful advice. A lot of the time, the person you're asking advice from is in the same situation. That's why you choose them to ask for their advice. But the point is, this woman, yes, is the same woman. Your mom is the same person, it's one person. But how you experience her as a mother is different, because you have, for example, 3 years age gap. People treat different the first child with the second child. And also, you might be more sensitive compared to your sister. And also, your mother might be like in different, mental health situations in different age with you guys. For example, when you're 3 to 6, your brain understands and works in another way. And if your mom is, for example, really happy during that time, you're gonna be like a more happy, more social, more confident, more safe person. But then, let's say your sister is like 6 to 9 now, and because you're 3 years younger, now you're like 3 to 6, this is your age. Now your mom gets depression. So what you experience from your mom and how much this depression damage you is different. And like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the time you ask people about their advice because you think they're in a situation, meanwhile they're not. A lot of the time, for example, your sister satisfied the family with her achievements because like her road was easier. For example, she wanted to study something in the university and it was easy, but then I'm not saying it's easy, it's hard, but it's like guaranteed kind of, and it's like easier than having your own business. Meanwhile, you wanted to have your own business, you even ask for money from your parents to start it, and then you lose. So, just because you have different achievements and different goals, you're the one who got like shamed, and you're the one who got like, oh my God, you just wasted the money and you didn't even go to university. Parents treat you different based on who you are, what you achieve, what you say. A lot of them do that, unfortunately. So, this reason, number 5, why you should not ask others about advice is that, in your opinion, someone is having the exact situation with you, meanwhile they don't have it. So they can't give you advice. Someone might wish you well and try to give you useful advice, but the advice might not be useful. And you need to understand this, because when I talk to people a lot of the time, they be like, no, this is like this is like that, blah, 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 blah. And this person wants me to win in my life. This person wants me successful. This person wish me well. So I'm going to listen to her still. Meanwhile, I'm killing myself telling this person, I think you should make the last decision yourself. Like till yesterday, you were telling you want to go right. But after you talked to your, for example, best friend, you want to go left. And just because this person wish you well. Like a lot of the time, people ask for advice because like they don't want to be responsible for where they end up. A lot of people, especially nowadays in this hard situation, are stressed, they don't know what to do, and they be like, they're on survival mode even, or they're like in a hard situation, or they don't really know what they want. A lot of people are like this. A lot of people be like, I'm not sure. So when you're not sure, a lot of the time, you try to find someone else for you, someone else to choose for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like, this person wish me the best, and this person knows what I should do. Meanwhile, a lot of the time, people who are giving you advice, this is number 6, by the way, are as confused as you. A lot of the time, for example, let's talk about our face expression. For example, me, I might be someone who will like make a lot of face expressions, but another girl might be someone who's like, not making that much face expressions, okay? This is an example, listen to it. And then people, when they see us, especially men, especially older men, will think I'm the one who's rude because I do this. Meanwhile, me and the other girl both think you are trash and you're too old and why are you talking to me? But some people show this emotion, like me, even with my face mimic, some people don't. You see how people are different? It's the same thing when it comes to like giving our opinion and talking as if we're sure. It's the same thing. The same thing happens here. This is the difference between people. You might be someone who rethink everything, who overthink, and then you tell people you're overthinking, and then you be like, oh, I'm not sure, but I think this, but then I think that. You consider every little thing, you highlight it, you think about it, you consider it. But some other people are not like that. Not only when it comes to you, I'm not saying these type of people are bad people. This is just how their brain is different with yours. They overthink, and they think about, and they even see the little problems, and they consider everything. But when it comes to talking with you, they be like, they calculate in their brain. A lot of people talk loud about everything they think in detail. If I go right, these are the benefits, these are the downfalls. If I go left, this is this is that. And you say all that, but a lot of people are not that like that. A lot of people be like, okay, the chances of her doing this and winning is 70% in my opinion. This one is 30. So let's just talk about how good this other way is for her. You know, they don't really compare the both things you're trying to, for example, choose. They don't compare it. They just be like, no, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good. They don't say the whole thing they think out loud, you know? Meanwhile, the thing that is, for example, 30% downfall or bad to them might be 50% bad for you. But they don't talk about it. They're just talking about how this thing is 70% gonna benefit you. And they don't even say 70%. They act like this is the best decision on earth. This is how humans are different. We express our emotions different. We talk about what they think in a different way. A lot of the time, someone be like, no, I'm sure I have this much information. Yeah, my cousin is in the same field. He's like doing this and he's successful. He's not even as smart as you, girl. Go do this. A lot of the time, they give you advice like this. Meanwhile, like, you know, it's not how they even think. They just try to make you think like you're gonna be successful, you're gonna win. They don't wanna be negative. They don't want to see you struggling to choose. They don't want to see you wasting your time too much to choose. They don't want you to, you know, feel like they know nothing. A lot of the people talk just to say I know. For example, let's say you go out and you're lost. You're in a new neighborhood. You ask for address and then someone gives you a wrong address and you know it's wrong. For example, let's say you're standing here, you can go straight forward, you can go right and left. And then the street you're looking for, you're 100% sure it's not on the right. You're asking the address to know you should go forward, straight or left. But then the person responds, you should go right. They don't even know the address, but instead of saying, I don't know, they say like, yes, I know. You go right, and then you turn right, I guess. Okay, after you go right, ask more people. They you know, till this day, I've never done this. So when people do it, I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm speechless. When people do this, I just get speechless. I'm like, and I don't like call them out for, I don't really like call them out for it, or I don't really, you know, tell them, no, I know it's not right, because I don't want them to feel bad, but this is what people do. So when they give you advice, it's the same. They never say, I don't know. They think about like something little they know about this and be like, yeah, my cousin does this, it works, do it. Yeah, and let me tell you, he told me this good thing about his job. Oh my God, don't listen to people. That's the end of the story, okay? I think instead of 6, I gave you 7 reasons, but okay, it's okay. So, camera is dying again, because I told you every time. beautiful strawberries. So that's it for today's video. And I thought it's going to be 30 minutes, but it's like only 20 minutes. So good for you, bad for me. You can get rid of me faster. Meanwhile, I'm gonna miss you. And I'm gonna make less money. The shorter the video is, the less the money is. You know what I'm trying to say? That's so bad. Anyway. So I was going to talk about my day a little bit at the end of the video. Because like, I like you guys to talk about your day in the comments. You know, I want like friendship between me and you. That's what I want. So that's what we do on this channel. I always talk about myself a little bit at the end. And today I'm going to doctor, but not for me, for my hamster. You know, like hamster teeth always grow. It does not stop growing. And even though I bought her all the things she needs to chew on, she doesn't chew. She's like, no, I need to go to doctor every 2 months. I don't want to chew myself. I'm so lazy. I'm a princess. And what does a princess do? Nothing. It's so hard to deal with her. But I love her. I love her. I love her. So yeah, I'm going to take her to doctor. And then I'm going to cook lunch. And then I'm going out to the, what's it called in English? Swimming pool. Swimming pool with my friends. Because, you know, it's like one of those swimming pools that does not have a roof. No roof. So like, and it's getting cold here, so these are the last days that we can fucking use it. I can't believe cold weather is coming. Do you guys know how much I hate that? So that's it. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do for today. And oh, I'm gonna also water the cactuses. I have 3 there and 1 there. That's it. That's my plan for today. It's like a resting day, like a chill day. And that's it for today's video. I love y'all. Kiss, kiss.